world to the Gentleman's Lounge. I'm Peyton, and I'm your host of the Gentleman's Handbook Podcast, and I got with me a special guest, my guy, Juwan.
Hey, what's going on, guys? Glad to be here.
Yeah, so, usually I'm not much of a social media guy, but I kind of came across someone on Facebook, which I really haven't been on Facebook since, like, high school. And, typically I don't get on social media, but I was at the hospital. You know how it is when you get to the hospital. You get bored. So waiting on the doctor. So I got on Facebook and I came across a post by Michael Baisden. Now, for everybody who doesn't know who Michael Baisden is, he's a television host. And not a television host, but a radio host. And I remember listening to him on my way to school in high school. Now, I really wasn't a Michael Baisden fan. I guess my mom listened to Michael Baisden's show. He's an old guy. He's like 57 or something like that, which makes his activity even more egregious because he should know better as old as he is.
Yes.
You know, when you're that age, that's the age you're supposed to be looking to guys for guidance. Instead, he leading you astray. And we want to talk about an article, not even an article, really a Facebook post he posted on Facebook. And I read it. I don't even know why it came across my timeline, but I read it and I just was like, you know what? I don't even understand, what makes him think like this. And this is the kind of thing that leads to men getting disrespected right here.
Absolutely.
So I'm going to go ahead and read the post and what it says. So he posted, once a woman becomes exclusive to one man, the resources that other men in her life provide usually cease. Not only is she sexually off limits to other men, but in most cases her ability to interact with, love, and cultivate relationships with other men ends. And for most women, that's okay. However, for mature women who are more dynamic in how they live, their male friends and companions. Now, if anybody don't know what a companion is, it could be a sexual partner. Otherwise, you would have just said your male friends.
Yeah.
Are an intricate part of their lives and businesses. The notion that a woman should be limited to one man should be based purely on that man's ability to provide the vast majority of what that woman needs, which rarely happens. So my thing is this, but do women usually provide everything that a man needs? But
wow.
Going forward, women are playing themselves when they allow marriage. Marriage. I thought marriage was a covenant between two individuals.
How could you play yourself by getting married? I don't understand that. How could you play yourself by actually getting married?
Yeah, he said women are playing themselves when they allow marriage or the promise of being exclusive to offset their mental, sexual, financial, and emotional needs and standards. That's my opinion. What do you think, Michael Baisden? So he said as affecting women not able to have other men on the side affect their mental, their sexual and financial, and emotional needs. And then he had a caption photo at the bottom. When are women going to realize that monogamy benefits men more than women? Pound Michael Baisden. So
like he the new age Derek Jackson a little bit.
I mean, he was. Derek Jackson wouldn't say this kind of blasphemy. Derek Jackson wouldn't say this. You know what I mean? And it comes down to, first I wanted to hit on the first point. And the first point was what he's doing is passing off selfishness as maturity. If you notice, he said women who are more mature and dynamic, right? Not normal women. So basically, he's saying that women who do subscribe to getting with one man and sticking with that one man while in an exclusive relationship. He didn't say, hey, when you're just a woman by yourself, you should date around and get to know a guy you like. He said, once you're in an exclusive relationship, then you should choose to continue to keep those men on the side. Basically, he's saying those women who choose to do that are not mature or dynamic. So what he's doing is he's passing off selfishness as maturity.
Absolutely. And that could really hinder you if you listen to something like that, especially if you're really trying to be a traditional type of woman, because once a real man hear you putting out those options, it's going to be deuces.
It's going to be deuces. I hear women complain all the time, and they say, we can't find a good man. We can't find no men. And you tell a woman who finally found a man, after women say they can't find a man, a woman who finally got married, after they say that marriage numbers are down, but no one wants to marry us, to then screw that marriage up by keeping other men on the side. Now, if I made a post and said, you know what, I'm happily engaged to Sarah. Me and Sarah, I love Sarah. She provides most things that I need, almost as many things I need. But listen, Sarah, I'm about to keep it real with you. You know what I'm saying? Jill over there, she a head doctor. And I was telling you, your head straight, no doubt. You good, but I'm sorry I can't live without that head I've been getting from her. And I'm going to keep it real with you, too. You cook pretty damn good. But listen, Lisa, off the chain. I need her to cook for me. I can't eat nobody else but Lisa mac and cheese. And then if you're like, yeah, you know, my girl Tanisha over there, yeah, you know, me and her having intellectual, you know, conversations all the time. You know, you're smart, but you know, Tanisha got a PhD in astrophysics, and that's kind of my second love. And me and her had the great convos. And then I said, you know what? And then on top of that, you know what I'm saying? I love laying with you and watching movies and cuddling, but I'm gonna keep it real with you. My girl Keisha, man, she the best color. You know, she got that nice body like I like, so she keep me nice and warm. You know what I'm saying? But I'm gonna give everything else to you though. Women to be outraged.
Yeah, call you toxic.
Toxic. And if a man go for this, Michael Basin is a clown. I'm gonna put it on the record. I said that he's a clown. If you want to be pro polygamous, just go out there and put your name on it. Be a man. Speak your mind. If you want to say, listen, I'm polygamous and I believe that, you know, I should. First of all, if I was a polygamist, I ain't about to be sharing no one woman with 4 or 5 different other men.
Yeah, that ain't even. I don't think it go like that, right?
Yo, it go like that. What's up, people?
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. I think that's more like.
What you gonna do?
Right?
You trying to get it in? And George done wore that thing out Monday. William wore that thing out Wednesday. She like, well, you know, they didn't get it. Not my period. This, so you done missed the whole week.
Yeah.
Not happening.
That's kind of weird, right there. If he, you know, I didn't know it go down like that. But continue on.
So it's like, to me, this is the roadmap to loneliness. And if I read some of the comments, you know, and I didn't want to go too deep in the comments because, you know, he got 10K plus comments on this.
Let's go deep, man.
But what I'm going to do is I'm going to go deep on his comment that he further stamped to prove his point. He said, men benefit by taking a woman off the market who could otherwise be continuing to obtain and share resources with men who have more to offer. Listen, if this man, I don't know no woman who let a man who ain't got nothing to offer take her off the market while you got other men who got more to offer. That's like a woman, you know, she dating 2 different men. She dating one dude who play for the Saints and one dude who work at the Saints facility as a janitor. You can't tell me no woman gonna say, you know what? I love you and I love all the things that you do for me and all the extra, you know, benefits I get from dating a Saint. And you know you're a millionaire, but you know George over here who cleans the bathroom for $7.25. You know, I'm gonna go ahead and stay with him. It's not happening, bro.
Nah, not in the real world.
Not in the real world. And then he said, women put too much value on the idea of monogamy, exclusivity, and love rather than committing to men who are truly leading, providing, and challenging them. Now I'm confused. What are you trying to state? What is your statement? Are you saying that women are putting too much love on exclusivity, or women should not be exclusive? Make your mind up. And 2, women are smart. The women who do put a lot of value on exclusivity are smart women, because otherwise you're going to end up with baby mama, raising a child by yourself, a single mother. The women who don't do that, who are smart, who get with a man who's capable, right? Those are the women who are winning, not the women who are trying to hold on to past relationships that don't matter. And then I guess he was responding to a guy named Mr. Toussaint. He said, you know this to be true, Mr. Toussaint, that love bombing a woman, which, whatever, promising marriage and exclusivity lowers a woman's standards and dulls her sense of awareness. So wait. So if a woman love bombing you and asking you to marry him and putting deadlines to say, you know what, I don't want to live in a home. You know, we living together, but I don't want to shack up. I don't want to live with a man for more than a year if I'm not married to him. Is that dulling your senses? Is that lowering your standards? And then he goes on to say, the idea of exclusivity itself is giving value over all else, and that's a mistake. Relationships, whether you want to acknowledge it or not, our business. And if a woman is going to allow herself to be limited to only one man, she better damn well sure she's getting more out of it than exclusive sex. And don't even let me get started on how many women are getting the short end of the stick in that department. Come on, family, let's keep it 100. Dude, you 57 years old. What are you talking about?
Yeah.
You are leading. First of all, the only people amen in your comments are other old single mothers who are bitter. A woman was like, yeah, I gotta keep my bed. I get my bed to myself. I get this to myself. I get that to myself. Ma'am, you listen, you're selfish. And the facts are this: it's about as hard to be single as it is, especially for a woman. It's about as hard to be single as it is to be homeless. And I can get my ass up right now and go lay under the Claiborne underbeds, and I'm homeless. Yeah. And I can stretch myself out. I might get bushed for coming on the wrong set, homeless set, but it's that easy. I get tired of it, and it comes down to this is the roadmap to loneliness. You listen to this kind of advice as a young woman, thinking that you have all the time in the world, and all these men going, what you gonna do when one of these men find a woman that they love, they can have all to themselves?
Facts.
What are you gonna do then? When all your little side men decide, you know what, I don't want to do this no more. I got somebody else I love. I want to make this woman my wife. I don't want to be the side help piece to you no more. I want a woman all to myself.
Yeah, and then if a man meets you and you entertain multiple men, he's going to remember that when it's time to make that decision on which one should I take serious. Okay, when I met Sarah, she had Mike, Bradley, and I got Lisa. She just by herself. What's the easiest decision to make?
See, the thing, he is promoting that. He never said nothing about transparency. He didn't say, hey, a woman come at you and say, listen, Joanne, I'm going to keep it real with you. You know, I'm rocking with you, but I got other men that I'm dealing with as well. And I believe that men, that my male friendships are important to me. My male lovers. I read a chick said, I'm in a relationship. I still got guys I used to have sex with that we're still friends.
Yeah, they got an S word for that. If she with a guy like that, I don't know if we could say it, but they got an S word.
I mean, he a sucker. That's what happens, and that's how guys get to that level 7 disrespect. Because listen, no woman really want a man that can run over. Not the hardest, toughest gangster jailhouse. Been down 15 years. Don't want no man she can run over. So you think that that's what a woman want? You know, and this is why young women are confused today.
Absolutely, because a lot of misinformation, especially coming from Mr. Michael Baisden. Don't listen to him. That's all I'm gonna say.
Old bitter people leading them astray. You know, Michael Baisden is, I don't know if he's trying to get on a woman's good side. He may be married. I don't know. I don't even give a damn if he's married at this point. Because guess what? You speaking nonsense.
Why you think he would promote something like that?
Because he's probably a polygamist and he just didn't want to put his name on it.
Yeah.
And, you know, probably the majority of his crowd is women and he wants to appease them.
Yeah, pandering. The Derek Jackson strategy.
Oh, he might truly believe it. You know what I mean? His wife might have her male friends, you know?
But yeah, that happens a lot though, man. It happens a lot like that. You'll be surprised. Yeah.
I wish it. Well, I'm not gonna say I wish, but if a woman came up to me and said, "Hey, you know, Peyton, you know, I got my bestie," I'm like, I feel you, but I'm gone.
Yeah. You mean in the threesome way? Or?
No.
Okay.
It's about male bestie. Yeah.
Oh yeah,
you know,
yeah,
my bestie.
Yeah,
you know, I got my business relationships is different. I heard him say business. I got no problem with that because if it's just strictly business, it's just money. Money needs to be made. But he said sexual. He's like, and we know women are losing the short and stick on it. I couldn't tell you how many other men's wives wanted me to blow their bag out.
I've been a bestie a lot of times, and it was the best of times. I've been a bestie a lot of times. I'll say it like that. And usually when the chick talking about she got a best friend, 10 times out of 10, you already know what's going down. Or you already know what's going down when you step away. Put it to you like that.
I only have one female friend. It ain't my best friend. We don't, you know, but it's my one female friend. We've been cool since like 2013. We started working at Lowe's together, you know. And I remember I was dating another woman at the time, and my friend used to cook me food, you know what I mean? She like really, you know, I never really had eaten crab legs until then. She had really gave you boy some crab legs. You know
put you on.
So I used to come over there all the time. And my old lady like, where you was at? I was like, oh yeah, by my friend Sierra. I was like, oh, okay. Are you hungry? Nah, I ate. You know what I'm saying? We ate some crab. She was trying to put a stop to that.
Oh yeah, they would hate, man.
Because you know that old saying still stands. The way through a man to a man heart is through his stomach.
Facts. Look, when I go home, that'd be the first where you ate at. Where you ate at. That's the first thing my girl tell me sometimes, like where you ate at, because she want to know, hey, who been feeding me?
So, and you know, my friend Sierra, I got a lot of respect for her because every time she was in a relationship, she kept me out of it. And she never trashed the dude or whatever. You know, even I might have not just agreed to what the dude was doing. I'm like, man, I don't think you should talk to him. And she'd be like, well, that's not your business. You know what I'm saying? I don't want, you know, I said, I'm just keeping it real with you. And my friend told me, she said, you got to understand that when you a woman, you can't be just spilling your heart to other men.
Hell no.
And she told me interesting, and I never forgot this. She said, an ear to listen can become a dick to ride on. I'm like, wow. It really blew my mind.
Yeah, that's facts, man. If your girl out here emotionally connected with someone, it's over for you.
And it kind of makes me go back to think about every time a chick tried to cheat on a man with me, she always opened up to me. Well, you don't understand. Except one time, she just sent me that I'm single and you should come and get me. You know, I'm single and I've been drinking, you should come get me. But other than that, chicks be like, you don't understand, you know, he ain't a man like you. That's usually the go-to to kind of cleanse themselves of guilt.
Y'all gotta stop that. We see y'all.
To cleanse themselves of guilt. The dudes might do it too. You know, I don't really want to hear about all of that, you know. And I'm gonna chop this up to the problem that he was it was a whole oxymoron to me. He was saying that women shouldn't just go for exclusivity. They should go for, man, I thought that's how you're supposed to date. You're supposed to date based off a person giving you the things that you want and need in a relationship.
Yeah, a woman should be able to know how to choose the right person. So to what typically how it usually goes is she's supposed to choose the right person so she wouldn't have to worry about slowing up her resources. Why is she picking a guy where she got to piece the puzzle together with other guys? I don't understand that, man.
Like the old saying goes, it's better to have one bird in the hand than two in the bush.
Yeah. That's true, man. That's true. But man, one thing I could say about if y'all listen to these older folks, just pay attention to the patterns from 5 years ago, 10 years ago, and let that be your teacher. I say that.
Because a lot of times you listen to people who are bitter and unsuccessful. If you want to get information, go to the successful people. If I want to know about business, I'm going to go to a businessman. I ain't going to go to a man who got 3 failed businesses and went bankrupt and ain't never get on.
Yeah. I ain't going to never go to a guy like that.
If I want to know about science, I'm going to go to scientists.
Facts.
So if you want to know about relationships, don't go to a bitter-ass woman.
Yeah. We got to stop that. I don't want to go too deep on that. I think that might be for another show, but we got to definitely stop that.
And at this point, Michael Basin is a bitter-ass woman to me. I'm just going to go ahead and put it.
That's my first time. I heard of him, but I'm just getting familiar.
Guy,
I'm just getting familiar with it. But there's a lot of guys that's out there promoting that narrative, and I don't know if it's pandering or I don't know. I mean, if are they hitting your cash out, Michael? Let us know, man. Let us know if that's the move. Is that the secret?
So, I think the real issue a lot of times with a lot of young women, and a lot of people don't want to discuss this, but the real issue with a lot of young women is that women these days don't date practically. Right. And what I mean by that is that at one time women used to date men based off, okay, is he a hard worker? Would he make a good husband? Will he, take care of the family? That's the women used to date off of. I need to make sure. That's why a bunch of ugly dudes. Martin Luther King was ugly. I'm gonna keep it real. Coretta Scott King was official. He was ugly.
Yeah.
But he was a hard worker. You know what I'm saying?
That word.
He wasn't. You know what I'm saying? All the good looking dudes. You look back, man. The good looking dude wasn't getting no baddies, man.
Nah. It's all. In the back in the day, it's always those rough looking that's getting the bad. Look at the old pictures, man. Look at
Bubba Johnson. Bubba Johnson wife a baddie on the show.
Yeah, man.
But you don't date practically. Not women dating off of swag.
Yeah, well, I think they do that because in the past you couldn't do that. I think women date off of swag now because in the quote unquote independent woman era, they feel that they could facilitate the financial baggage. But clearly they can't because now they got to piece it together. If you just dating all swag, you're going to have to date 4, 5 other 6 men just to get that one man, just to get that feeling, number one.
But that don't happen. What happened is swag dude drag him through the mud and then they all upset and, I was exclusive and I won't do this again. They don't learn a proper lesson. They don't look at their part in the mistakes. They don't say, you know what, I realized, like, damn, I'm not dating practically. I could keep it real myself. When I was younger, I used to like chicks who was crazy. You know why? Because I had certain insecurities that appreciated the extra heaved on praise on me.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? That's just the facts. So a chick was cool. I really go crazy. You know what I'm saying? Chick try to bite me and everything. You know what I mean? Try to throw the Xbox, the PlayStation on the floor. It wasn't even my PlayStation. It was my roommate PlayStation.
Yeah, I had to counsel her. You must have.
But I appreciate it. I was insecure. I was young, and I had to learn from that. Like a lot of chicks don't want to just point out the fact that, you know what, I was tripping. I was trying to date these guys who had the swag because, in high school or whatever time I couldn't get these guys. But I never had no issue getting women. But for some reason, I just had an inkling for them crazy women.
Hey man, them crazy women. Be having the best sex, man. That's all I'll say. But I'm gonna just keep it 100, bro. The crazy women be having the best sex, man.
And guess what you gonna have? Baby mama problems. and
I'm just keeping. Yeah.
That's what I learned. Yeah, the sex. Yeah, what you gonna enjoy? 20, 30 minutes of hot fire sex.
Yeah.
Or a lifetime of peace of mind.
Yeah, man. I heard an older cat. He was real smart. He said, "Man, go get your boring chick that's not in these clubs, and just you would appreciate that as you get older, man." So, a square female, I would say,
I mean, you have to like what you like. I'm not gonna tell a woman date a fat, cheesy dude, if that's not what she like. But at the end of the day, you gotta look at the pros and the cons. Sometimes when it comes down to long-term relationships, you're gonna have to have somebody you can work well with, somebody who's gonna treat you right, somebody you could treat right. When you date guys, you need to date guys based off, okay, would he be a good father to my children if we had any?
Yeah.
Would he work hard? What kind of stress? Is the stress bust his pipes or the stress make him work harder?
Yeah.
How does he handle anger? That's the way women used to date. And men used to date, shit, I don't know how men date. They don't even know.
Man, that might be another show right there, man. That might be another show right there. But, yeah, man, a lot of these people, especially on the internet, they're giving out misinformation, especially about the dating game. It's not what y'all think. And if you see an older woman or an older man, vice versa, and they not where you want to be in their and if they're not where you want to be in their relationship, don't listen to them. Serious.
And I see a woman, I'm about to read her comment because I just feel like it. Because
Let's get it.
So she said that, as usual, people get in their emotions and take things extremely out of context. People are always settling in relationships, and I think this speaks to women who are always settling. Women are so dumbstruck on having a husband that any man who offers promises of this and that, you have to take. Obviously, y'all didn't read the whole post, and that's why I abstained from having conversations on the internet. Intuitive intellectual intelligence lacks hugely. It's not about using anyone. He clearly said where a relationship is not giving what you put in. Generally, women give a lot to a man and then complain about what he does in return. Women know your worth and ask for it or stay single. Listen, your worth is subjective. I'm tired of hearing that shit. I'm tired of hearing about what you're worth. Okay, what your worth is what the consumers think you're worth. You might think, you know what, I painted this painting, it's worth $1 million. Somebody like, I give you $5,000 for it. But it's worth to me, it don't matter. And I'm keep it real with you. When it comes down to these women,
Facts.
When these men got that bread, these men come and pulling them women. The women they want, they getting them. So if you got a problem finding a man and you always settling, you need to look at the person in the mirror. It's like me. I kept on saying, man, why I keep getting with these crazy women, man? I don't understand, man. It don't make no sense why these women act like that. Then I had to look at myself in the mirror and say, you the problem.
You are what you attract.
You the problem. And these women got to get to the point where you got to look in the mirror and say, you know what? I'm not getting what I want from this man because I'm the problem. You get in a relationship, you get with a man, y'all don't even talk about what you want. You don't even discuss what your standards are. You don't discuss, I want to get married. You don't even put it out there. And then after he done bust you up for about 1.5 years, you're like, I didn't get what I needed. Yeah, you did. You ain't say a damn thing, so you got what he's like, she ain't saying shit, I ain't gonna say shit.
And another thing, man, to piggyback off what you're saying, a lot of women, they don't even know how to negotiate the numbers, their own terms. They don't even know how to do that. So they don't have in a lot of cases, they don't have the right upbringing to really know how to ask a man for, this is what I need. They don't even know how to set the tone, man, because I've been out here before. I've been a young knucklehead, and sometimes, man, I be like, damn, that's what it took. I ain't trying to be derogatory, but that's what it took.
Yeah.
Rally burger.
And a lot of women,
I'm playing.
A lot of women try to flip the narrative, and I understand. You say this shouldn't matter, that shouldn't matter, but you have to understand who the consumers are, and we are the consumers, men. Just like if I was to say, I don't think it's fair that as a man, women make money too. I think women should come up to me and talk to me, and I think that the women gonna say I don't want that though. If I say, it's not fair, I don't think I should have to do any work. I think that a woman, being as independent and as intellectual as women are these days, they're more educated. I should be able to stay on home with the kids. Women gonna tell me, well, I understand what you think, player, but good luck finding that.
Yeah, on the
and
real.
It's the same thing. It's like, I understand what you saying, saying that you getting the short end of the stick, but Michael Basin, you 57 years old. And all these old women are like, yeah, I'm single now. Ma'am, you've been single because look at you.
And another thing, I don't know if he married or not. He might not be married.
I'm about to find out. You keep on going.
This, on a different level, this might be, like you say, he might really want that. He might be campaigning.
Michael Basin is not married.
Oh, yeah, he campaigned.
Child one. I don't think he ever been married. It
says so
children, one child. It just say children, one child. I don't even say what child is.
So basically, Michael Basin gonna be coming at y'all while y'all dealing with other men, but serious.
And it's like, for me, it's like, This is really terrible news, man. Because
as a man, I didn't mean to cut you.
go ahead.
How you feel about that, man? Just if that reality was to happen, if men just started promoting that, like Michael Baisden,
And you know what's gonna happen? I'm gonna get all the women because women don't like those kind of men. They just don't. They say, I want a man who's this, that, da, 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 da. And guess what? They got men like that but I still have to be attracted to him, though. So you please yourself. So no one wants somebody who does everything they want them to do.
Yes.
Nobody wants that. I don't care if he would promote that. You know what I'm saying? The only people who I seen big up in it was a bunch of old women who was lonely and had kids.
Yeah.
Because they didn't date practically. And then they want to turn around and say, women don't get. Listen, in a man's mind, it's like this. I'm not about to pay extra for no sex. I'm just not. So if you tell me, you know what I'm saying, I'm the type of woman who likes to take it slow. I need some time. I'm going to say, you know what? I can respect it. If she say, I'm not the kind of woman. I try to go at it like that. She's like, I'm not that kind of woman. I like you, but I'm not going to just have sex with you. I'm not that type of woman. I'm going to say, you know what? Okay, well, I could mess with that. But if a woman try to tell me, I've been that, I've had one night stands in the past and things like that, I'm trying to change. No, you ain't changing on my time.
Yeah. You sanctified now.
Yeah,
change. No change.
I don't change now. That's like me going to Walmart and I see one man, he get the groceries for free, and I gotta pay. Oh, sir, but because you're a good man, you got to pay $100. So like,
I'm in a different space now.
Nah. And that's what it come down to, man. This dude. I think he really a polygamist.
Because it seems like that because it promotes his interest. Because here you are, you got all these 10,000 women, and those 10,000 women, they talking to other men. So you just go to, hey, you see my post, you know what I'm about. That's how I look at it. Like, okay, it benefits you,
Maybe, man. I don't know.
It benefits him, because women dealing with like 2 or 3 men, and he willing to be the fourth one. You know what I mean? But yeah, man.
And it's like, and I wouldn't have a problem with what he's saying because really I don't care how people live their life, but I'm just saying it's real bad advice. If you, as a man, if you really taking this kind of advice, you playing yourself. If you listening to this and saying, you know what, you're right, monogamy, and that's what I want to talk about. Monogamy benefit women. It doesn't benefit men, and I'm gonna tell you why. Because traditionally, monogamy was created for women, and I'm gonna tell you how I know it was created for women. I don't have no historical facts to back it up, but I'm gonna use my common sense. It could be wrong, but this is my opinion. Like this.
He gave his.
So as a man, if I bust a woman up and I go about my business and she get pregnant, she could literally die because she didn't have the means to take care of herself and that child. First of all, think about this. How's it benefiting me as a man to have one chick, one vagina, and I got to use all my everything that I got money-wise to keep this thing together?
Yeah.
That don't make no sense. Monogamy? And then on top of that, think about it like this. If I was to get you pregnant, and I was like, I got a fire story. Okay. So, and they cut myself off. So I got a fire story. There probably had to be 2014, 15. It had a chick from North Louisiana, and she came to the Bayou Classic. The Bayou Classic.
Oh, Lord, man. I didn't mean to cut you off. If you as soon as you say Bayou Classic, you already know. Go ahead.
So she came to the Bayou Classic. So when she got to the Bayou Classic, she met a dude who played for the Green Bay Packers. Also, he said.
Okay.
So he bust up with no condom, busted nothing, and moved on about his business. So she found out she was pregnant. When she found out she was pregnant, she went on the Green Bay Packers website.
You serious?
And he wasn't there.
And it's so.
And now she had a single mother. Can't even get in contact with dude. Don't even know who he was. He pretended.
She checked the AFL. He checked a Vince McMahon football league.
That boy, he was just lying. And it comes down to this. The reason it used to be like this: chicks used to get married and say, "Okay, you're a virgin." Not that I put too much on virginity, but just like, you're a virgin. Okay, I'm gonna take you in. I'm gonna marry you. I'm gonna pay for everything, and you're gonna be taken care of. That's what monogamy is. Monogamy don't benefit no man, especially a good medical man. I got options. Facts. I got real options. Women just got dick options.
And we work in could we just keep it 100 on the? All right. It's good for fellas like us. I just leave it at that.
Yeah,
it's good.
So it's like when it comes down to it, You know, if I do feel it, I got a woman that really could give me the things I need, I'm gonna get with that woman. I'm good. I'm not a polygamist. I know some men feel like they are, but I like my me time.
Yeah. I mean, women are definitely they're a great part of your campaign. They could definitely advance you. You know, you can have sex with one woman. You could deal with multiple women in different ways. You know, so women are great to have if you have the right ones. You know, in the perfect mental state. Well, nobody's perfect, but you know what I'm saying.
Yeah.
They are a good investment though.
Yeah, so my real thing with Michael Basin, I just don't feel like, that women will benefit from this advice. I feel like men definitely won't benefit from allowing these sorts of things to happen.
Don't listen. Don't listen to this guy, man.
Yeah, because he's like, you taking this woman off the market and other guys. Well, most guys, I thought guys don't want to commit. So make your mind up. Are guys taking women off the market, or guys don't want to commit? What's going on?
Yeah, to me in the algorithm, guys don't want to commit. I mean, because unpopular opinion, man. Do you see a lot of wife material out there, man?
I mean,
versus
my thing is, I don't even get on social media, so that already helps clear my brain.
Yeah.
Because if you look at that social media, you're gonna see nothing that you really want to lock down. You're gonna see a lot of things you want to knock down, but not lock down. I stay off social media because what it does is it kind of makes your mind, kind of jello. It kind of makes your mind like a sponge, and it absorbs all the negativity and all the things that's on social media. And then you're like, oh, this is how women are. But then if you go out and meet women on a regular street, you know what I mean?
Totally different when you're outside.
Totally different.
Yeah.
Because a lot of guys don't want to put that work in. They don't want to be face to face, and go out there and meet a woman with their own words and actually own charm, and get to see what a woman is like.
Yeah, we from the old school back in the day where we had
to get the piece of paper.
Get the piece of paper. You come home with 8 numbers on,
Yeah, but you got to do what you got to do, man. Michael Basin is entitled to his opinion, but his opinion is the reason that a lot of women are single. Women, you don't deserve anything. You don't deserve You don't deserve to be mistreated, but you don't deserve a partner just because you're a human being. You have to be a good person. Yeah. You have to have things going for yourself. You have to have something to offer. And it's like women are getting with these men because they're not dating practically.
No, they're not. I don't even think they have some, not all, but they just need to find you a guy that's just really just about find your this. What's that word? High value term guy. Find you a guy. I wouldn't say nerd, but just find you a disciplined guy who going places where you shouldn't have to worry about piecing the puzzles together. Because if you just like you say, if you just going with swag, that ain't gonna lead you nowhere.
If you going with good sex, that ain't gonna lead you nowhere. Because I know women who suck the skin off, and she ain't getting no past that. You know what I'm saying? I knew. Oh yeah, I feel good, but I know it ain't worth it. So, that's all we got for you today. We're gonna go ahead and close out. Anything else you want to talk about?
Man, I'm just glad you had me here, brother. I'm just glad, and hit the like button. Gentleman's Handbook. I'm with it.
Yeah, like, share, and subscribe. Appreciate you. We out. Just stop it.
Oh.